I'm Bill Jordan. I'm with Longhorn Real Estate, and I'm talking to Caleb Day today with Cordell Farm and Ranch Supply in Kaufman, Texas. I'm going to be real honest with you. I dabble in the cattle business, and if it wasn't for Caleb and his dad Leland, I wouldn't hardly know how to take care of my cows most of the time. They're just a lot smarter than me. So I wanted to talk to Caleb about the type of products he's recommending these days to his customers. You may have noticed, if you're in the cattle business, that there's a lot of different tubs for sale these days. So Caleb, if you just have a group of mama cows who, let's assume they've got some pretty good protein rich hay available all the time, what kind of tub would you recommend they have out for free choice to let the cows kind of take care of themselves?
So Purina, Vitaferm, they both have great tubs. I would just go with a protein-based tub, either one of them with a high in fat. They're not going to consume much of it if you have a good hay out. Either one of them, the high fat or the Vitaferm Concept Aid. Now we're not comparing apples to apples with either of them. Purina's protein tub is strictly protein. It's higher in fat than the Vitaferm's. Vitaferm's Concept Aid tub, protein tub, actually has a vitamin and mineral pack in it, to where Purina doesn't have a tub yet that has protein and mineral in the same tub, where Vitaferm does. It costs about double the price, but you're getting the same product in one tub, to where a lot of farmers don't want to put two tubs out, and a lot of farmers don't want to spend that much money. But you need to have mineral out year round.
Right.
So if you have good hay, they're not going to consume as much, but you need a higher fat content tub out.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about, is that what this product right here is?
No, it's actually on the bottom here.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a molasses poured tub. It's going to be harder. They're not going to eat it as fast as they would something like this. That's a DDG tub, distiller's grain. They'll consume this a lot faster. You put this out with probably 20 mama cows, they're going to eat this in probably 5 to 7 days.
The whole tub?
Pretty quick, yeah.
Okay.
But it also has a vitamin and mineral pack in it. It's not as strong as the Concept Aid tub, but they're going to eat this a lot faster.
Back when I got started in the cattle business, which we'll call that 20, 30 years ago, we fed a lot of liquid that y'all would bring and put in, and they would eat it in a liquid concentrate, I guess it was, go through that. And then we'd feed cubes too. And the cows always stayed in good shape, but you never were real sure what they were getting, what they weren't.
Right.
Isn't this a little easier to gauge what the cow's actually getting?
In a way it is. This product, because it has vitamin and minerals in it, and it has protein and fat. Now I will tell you this is lower in fat, but Purina has a product now that is, back in the day it wasn't. Now it is exactly the same. What's in the tub is in the liquid. They have two products. It comes in a 200-pound tub, like what you buy, and is in the liquid that we deliver. Now, you know, I can remember 5 years ago, liquid we wouldn't sell hardly much at all. Now we're selling it like crazy because it's cheaper to the customer. If you're feeding a lot of mama cows or heifers or whatever, it's cheaper in the long run, and because you're getting the same product.
I think a lot of people just don't realize, even though they may be like me at times, they may just be kind of lazy, is especially if you've got some calves you're trying to increase through the winter time, they need a different diet than what those mama cows need. You have to take care of that yourself. The feed store can't help you with that. You've got to manage that part of it. But if somebody out there really has some calves they're trying to continue to put weight on through the winter, what would you recommend to them?
I'd recommend having definitely a high protein, high fat tub out there. Now, a lot of people in their mind, they're thinking a cooked tub, they're going to eat it slower, they're not going to have to spend as much money, where that's not really the truth all the time. They're going to eat it. It's going to make them work harder to eat it, and then they're going to lose fat. They're going to lose weight. So I would definitely have a higher protein, higher fat tub. I would feed them cubes, if not daily, every other day, and I'd have good hay out there.
Okay.
No matter what.
Well, and I learned something when we were just visiting a while ago. I thought, horse can eat that, won't hurt them. But what you said is horse is going to stand there and eat some of this stuff, and it doesn't do the horse a bit of good. No. So, keep your horses separated somehow. You deal with a lot of customers who don't have cattle. I know they have sheep, they have show animals and those kind of things. Do they need a different diet?
Not necessarily. Mostly all of these tubs now are pretty much cattle, sheep, goat safe. A couple of them now will be horse safe. Of course, if it says horse, it's higher, no matter what. We carry 2 of them that are horse safe, and that just makes it from urea to all natural base product inside to make the protein different. The show cattle, here's the tub for the show cattle here, and this is what most people feed to their show cows. It's a small tub. It's called heat. It helps their insides basically stay cool. Don't ask me how it works. It does something to the inside. It has a lot of different stuff in it to help their insides. And now they also make a 200-pounder for the livestock guys like you and me to help them stay cool during the summer, to help them not be stressed, help them breathe back, and all that stuff. And we sold quite a few this summer when we just got into the VitaFerm side of it, and sold quite a few.
Well, and there again, livestock, especially cows, really need a different diet in the summer than they do in the winter, and that's something people don't realize too. They just have different nutritional needs.
And what's crazy is the technology is just going crazy for cows now, and it's that you can do so much that to where back in the day it was just give them cubes, give them hay, they get sick, they're probably going to die, you've lost money. And now you can do so much to prevent them, do better, help them breathe back, and up your money.
Well, and I'll ask this question right after the next one. Does any of this have any medicinal products in it that help them with maybe worms or any of that type of thing?
Not as a big tub. I do have a small block that does. It's cheaper to buy cubes, but they do make a small 50-pound block that treats up to 8 head, but nothing this big.
Okay, so medicinal wise, it's not really what you're looking for.
No, it would be so high.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned breeding, and I think that's something a lot of people don't realize too.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 90 days even before you start a breeding cycle. Cows need a different diet, and that's hard to gauge sometimes if they're not all on the same cycle, but you really need to change the diet of the mama cows right before they start breeding.
Purina recommends 90 days before, through calving, and 90 days after. VitaFerm recommends 60 days before breeding and through calving and all the way to 60 days after. So they have different inputs, but definitely before, definitely during, and definitely after. It's going to help you breed back, help your money come back, and that's what the bottom dollar is. No one's doing it just for fun.
Well, and people don't realize if you really miss a window in there in the breeding season, that's going to cost you money, even though it's hard to calculate sometimes it's happening. If your cows aren't breeding back when it's time, and you can help that with a good diet.
Correct.
You lose money. So what is it they really need in that 90-day window right before they start breeding?
Basically, a better fat content, higher protein, vitamin and minerals.
Okay.
Vitamin and minerals are key.
And then you switch to a different need, because then that cow drops a calf, and she needs something different then, so she can really produce the milk. So I think the best thing that any of us can do as customers for y'all is when you walk in, really kind of describe for y'all where your herd is right now, and y'all can help recommend them the right feed.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
One of those things, A lot of times you get in the habit. You just walk in here and buy the same thing time after time, and, and it's just being lazy. It's just being a habit. So
right. Yeah, and a lot of people, a lot of people see the bottom dollar. They want to save money, and we try to tell people, if you would spend just a little bit more, you would make more. You know, just a hair more, you'd make more money.
What's the most common mistake you see cattlemen making in the East Texas area?
Probably skimping on hay. Probably buying cheaper hay.
Okay.
And we hear it every winter. You know, they buy cheap hay from somebody, and it looked good in the summer because it was green. But then when they get down to the center of the rolls in the winter, it wasn't as good as it looked.
It doesn't last forever, does
right.
it?
And they're cutting through, instead of what they thought 1 or 2 rolls a week, they're cutting through 4 or 5. That's probably the most common thing we hear.
Well,
And then they're having to buy more feed and tubs.
it catches you somewhere.
Right.
Well, I appreciate it. It's always, you know, I enjoy coming in here just to visit sometimes because I always learn something.
Yes,
and I
sir.
appreciate the fact that you stay on top of things, know what's available out there for the consumer. If you want to review this later, we posted on parkbench.com Kaufman. But I know that Caleb, Leland, neither one would be glad for you to call them at their store and talk, see if they can help you with your needs for your animals. And I have to put in a plug for my dog too, because Leland and Caleb helped me take care of my dogs too. They recommend a good quality dog food, and I think if my dog could talk, he'd probably tell you that he's well taken care of. So we enjoyed visiting with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr.
Hope
Jordan.
it's a good winter and everybody's
Yeah.
cows are hungry.
I do too.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.